travel from Gatwick to Atlanta, Georgia with British Airways. From there, we travel south to historic Macon, then to the state capital, Tallahassee, on to Orlando, the home of Disneyland, and Kissimmee. Further south is Fort Lauderdale on the coast to Key Largo. Continuing along the Florida Keys, we visit Key West. Returning, we venture into the stunning scenery of the Everglades to Fort Myers. From Fort Myers, onwards to the resort of Clearwater. From Clearwater, we transfer to Tampa Airport for our flight home. After one night's stay at the Sheraton Hotel, we board the coach to visit Centennial Olympic Park. This is owned and operated by the Georgia World Congress Center Authority. It was built by the Atlanta Committee for the Olympic Games as part of the infrastructure improvements for the 1996 Summer Olympics. Adjacent to the park is the CNN Center. The main newsrooms and studios for several of CNN's news channels are located in the building.
We just stopped for a break in the basement of the CNN news studios and with our Dunkin' Donut and a cup of coffee before we have to get back on the coach.
We visit the church where Dr. Martin Luther King was baptized as a boy.
And Dr. King's father was his third pastor. And after Dr. King's father was pastoring, little Martin was born. And he used to sit right here as a little boy, each Sunday, and became one of the smartest young men in America. One of the most outstanding young men. Follow your leader now.
Nearby is the Memorial Park. Martin Luther King Jr. was leader of the American Civil Rights Movement. The Eternal Flame is a symbol of the continuing effort to realize Dr. King's ideals, with the Behold monument commemorating his historic principles. We board the coach to travel a further 16 miles to Stone Mountain Park. Our tour guide briefs us on what to expect.
It is, I would say, the world's largest outcrop of granite. It's called Stone Mountain simply because it's over 870 foot high.
We take the Sky Ride, a Swiss-built cable car system, to the summit of the mountain, rising to an elevation of 1,686 feet above sea level and 825 feet above the surrounding area. We're at the top of Stone Mountain Park today, looking at all the carved out statues on the side of the mountain. The park was officially opened on April 24th, 1965. It is the most visited destination in the state of Georgia. Stone Mountain is a quartz monzonite dome with the largest bas-relief in the world. The Confederate memorial carving is awe-inspiring. It depicts three Confederate leaders of the American Civil War, President Jefferson Davis and Generals Robert E. Lee and Thomas J. Stonewall Jackson. We have some time left to sample some of the park's other tourist attractions. We arrive at historic Macon with its leafy streets and colonial-style houses. This is the Woodruff House. It was built in 1836 in the Greek Revival style. Afterwards, the tour guide and driver lay on a nice picnic for us. The 3 Mile River Tour is a 40-minute cruise to see alligators, rare birds and wildlife close up. This is one of the world's largest and deepest freshwater springs. Wakula Springs is a pre-Ice Age sinkhole connected to an underground cave. Sinkholes are important water stations for the wildlife that live in and use the dry upland areas. We are amazed to see so many alligators, turtles and native birds. The Old Town Car Show is a regular event come rain or shine. A collection of classic cars restored to pristine condition. There are Ford Mustangs, Chevrolet Corvettes and hot rod conversions. You can even rest your feet for a minute. There are also plenty of sideshows.
It's Sunday the 8th of June and we're at Kennedy Space Centre.
The Kennedy Space Center complex has a variety of exhibits, artifacts, displays and attractions on the history of human and robotic spaceflight. Outside is the Rocket Garden display. We board the included tourist bus to get to the various locations of this massive site.
Gentlemen, my name's Harry and I'd like to welcome you to the Firing Room Theatre.
In the Firing Room Theatre, we relive the launch of the Apollo 8 Saturn rocket. This is the love story of Princess Amira and Prince Aswan from the Bedouin kingdoms. We see the grace of the black stallion.
Once again, my friends, welcome.
This is followed by a Wild West horse display. We watch in awe as the performers display daring skill and incredible acrobatics with intricate riding. Out of their livery, we see the horses relaxing in the arena at the end of the show.
It's Monday morning and we've just had our breakfast and we're about to go to get the coach to the Epcot Centre.
Our included pass to Walt Disney World takes us to the Epcot Centre. After our McDonald's snacks, we decide to visit Spaceship Earth with its laser light display. And the aquarium. An afternoon quick visit to Fort Lauderdale was a chance to experience the beautiful beaches. This is the southernmost city in the continental USA. We take the famous Conch train a trolley tour which explores the island. We sample the local culinary delight of conch, followed by key lime pie dessert. Key Largo is in fact an island. This was the setting of the 1948 movie of the same name, but only the backgrounds were used. It is not the setting for the film The African Queen. In the heart of the Everglades, we experience an exhilarating ride in an airboat. Twin aircraft-like engines are very noisy, so we are given earplugs to wear. The 30-minute ride skims us effortlessly across the grassy water. The Everglades is a subtropical wetland system spanning 2 million acres. It's made up of coastal mangroves, sawgrass marshes and pine flatwoods. It's home to hundreds of animal species. The alligators wait for their next meal, but not us today. We visit a small zoo with a surprising variety of animals. The endangered Florida panther has grown now in number to about 270.
And he'll about double in size. He's about 8 months old. His birthday's in September, and he'll about double in size.
Today we look at the homes of 2 remarkable inventors at the impressive Henry Ford and Thomas Edison winter estates in their tropical riverside settings. The Henry Ford home has been authentically restored to the 1916 to 31 period, with automobiles such as the 1914 Model T on display. We stay at the Hilton Beach Resort Hotel. This is minutes from Pier 60 Park and Clearwater Marina. The marina offers access to a variety of boating activities and is home to the finest fishing charters. Clearwater has a humid subtropical climate. It is mostly hot year-round. The wet season is June to September. Common birds surrounding the marina are the snowy egret and the brown pelican. There are plenty of harbour cruises, and we spend our last night on the Starlight Dinner and Dance Cruise.